I'm here today to show you a little bit more about the MCP connector that was recently released for our NetSuite accounts. And the bedrock of ERPs has always been reporting, right? The concept of ERPs to have all of our data in one spot is fantastic, but what can we do with that data? How do we leverage that data? How do we make business decisions based off of the data in our ERP? Traditional reporting tools is something that NetSuite has always led the way in. Right now, you're looking at an income statement in NetSuite, and I've always been able to look at my financials and slice them and dice them. Maybe I want to look at them by location, for example, or maybe I want to look at my financials by legal entity or subsidiary. Maybe class, department are those segments that I want to look at. So NetSuite has always really led the way when it comes to reporting and being able to utilize that data that we have in our ERP. But team, just like NetSuite blazed the trail to the cloud 15 plus years ago, with the ascension of AI in our applications in our modern day workplaces, NetSuite is once again changing the game and leveraging AI capabilities within the platform. The first thing that they released was a suite app called MCP Connector. And I'm going to show you a little bit about what the MCP connector can do, but essentially, it is a way for you to connect your NetSuite account to an AI agent such as ChatGPT or Claude AI. Okay, so I've flipped over to my ChatGPT screen. So I've already downloaded and installed that MCP connector in my NetSuite account, and I've connected it to my ChatGPT. So I'm ready to go. So let's see how we can use these AI tools to interact with our ERP. So for instance, if I wanted to ask to please go analyze my income statement for September 2025 and identify the top 5 key financial metrics and trends, highlight any significant line items that require attention. This is deep analysis, team, right? That used to take hours and hours, if not days. And now look, it's already spitting back these results. So I can see a summary of those key metrics, my total income, my cost of sales, my gross profit. Look, it's pointing out and identifying those top 5 key financial metric trends, right, of revenue growth, for example, or gross margin in this case. Coming down here, I can see some significant lines that are requiring attention. Look, the deep analysis that AI was able to do just by simply asking it some questions, right? Giving us our margin analysis. Look, it points out what are those profitability drivers, right? What products are performing stronger than others, right? Just a vast amount of knowledge that, again, used to take hours and hours, if not days, to research and compile. We now have at our fingertips within seconds. What if I wanted to do some comparative, right? So maybe I wanted to, for example, compare September. We'll compare September 2025 results with August 2025 results, and I also want to compare that with September of last year, 24, right? Again, I simply in natural language, right? I don't need coding, I don't need formulas. I'm just talking in natural language to my AI tool, and look, it's already starting to spit back some of this information for me. So I can see those month over month and year over year trends, right? I'm not building these reports manually anymore. Um, through AI and the data that we already have in NetSuite, right? This is just at my fingertips. I can see some trend insights. I can see those variance drivers, right? Revenue up, gross profit up, right? Those are great. I can see some negative variances too. COGS are up, for example, right? In this case, wages and salaries are up, right? And again, I don't have to go digging for this information. It's presented to me in natural human language. And finally, I have all this information, but what if I have a board report, right? So what if I have to go meet with an executive team and I want to take all this information that I have and I want to kind of summarize it into a nice board report, right? Now I can actually ask my AI tool to create an executive summary that really synthesizes all of this analysis that we just talked about into a financial report. And look, kicks it out right here. I have all this information, right? I can look at it, I can validate it, make sure that it's correct. I can tweak it if I want to, right? But within seconds, I have all this information that, again, used to take days and hours to research and get to. So, team, this is really one of the more exciting things that I've seen in this ERP space in quite some time. We would love to talk more about this. So, if any of this that you saw today interests you, please reach out to your team at Oasis. We'd love to get somebody on the phone and talk a little bit more. Thanks.